welcome to the TDubsKid show. And I hope each and every one of you had a good Christmas. And I wish all of you a happy New Year's. Hopefully this year, 2022, will be a much better year. And I guess it's up to us to see what we do with it. But anyways, what do we do on the TDubsKid show? I don't know. I guess I'll answer some of your guys' questions. Jesse asks, how is your carburetor set as far as air-fuel mixture adjustment? I think I'm running too rich at almost all settings, even with the K&N filter. It has a throttle bog at low RPM. And honestly, I've never actually touched the carburetor since I've got this bike. And I live at high altitude and I ride this bike up to like, I don't know, 11,000, maybe 12 if I'm pushing it. But other than just the idle adjustment for the throttle plate, yeah, I haven't touched it. I got 17,426 miles right now. And it runs pretty good. Someday maybe I'll do some carburetor videos if I have problems. Dylan asks, when are you going moto camping again? And I actually just made a moto camping Christmas video. He probably asked this right before I went, so yeah, that was pretty fun. It was cold. It got down to like 27 degrees Fahrenheit, but the Christmas lights definitely made that trip a lot more joyful. Dustin asks, would you ever put a meet and greet ride together from Oklahoma and would like to come that way? Maybe someday. I've never done anything like that. Usually I just kind of like meet up with some people to go ride once in a while. Maybe that's something I gotta do at some point. I think that would be pretty fun. Just kind of put stuff out on social media and meet up and I don't know, like get some food and go ride some trails. That'd be pretty cool. Tezitio, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, asks, you know how to weld, shoot, and edit videos, car and motorcycle repair, and so on. How'd you learn everything? Self-taught, school? And I did go to community college for 2 years to get an associate's degree in automotive technology, just like kind of blue collar stuff. And pretty much other than that, I'm just mostly self-taught. Once you learn like how to work on like cars and stuff, everything else is, you know, pretty easy. Motorcycles are just a lot simpler for the most part. But as far as making videos goes, that's all self-taught and just like looking on YouTube on how to do stuff and just practice. So you just gotta do it and you just gotta do it over and over again and you get a lot better. But I really like the mentality where I'm always a student and you know I really don't know that much and I'm always striving to learn more and get better at different skills. I never want to get to the point where I get a big head and just think I know it all. I always want to be learning and be a permanent student. Next, Adventure Tomic asks, what kind of camera do you use on the moto trips? And if you're talking about my helmet camera, it's just a GoPro Hero 4. I actually don't have that helmet with me right now. This is my original helmet. And it's got a GoPro mount on it, and it's just got all the little GoPro mounts. You can buy like a packs of them that do different things. And I kind of just rig it up, and I got a microphone. I think I have a video, because the hardest part to get is the audio. Like when you're riding, good audio is pretty hard to do, but I'm pretty happy with the audio right now. But yeah, check that video out if you want to learn a little bit more. And as far as like other cameras, I also use my cell phone a lot as well. It's just very convenient. And I have some fancier cameras like a Lumix LX10, which I use a lot for my time lapses just because it's so compact and easy to bring with you. And I have an external power supply. And it's also really good for taking videos. And sometimes I'll bring my Canon M6 Mark II, and that's actually what I'm filming on right now. All right, next, Sarah asks, hey Wes, do you have to change your sprockets if you change your chain? And yes, I definitely recommend changing both sprockets and the chain at the same time. Everything will just last a lot longer if you do it that way. It all kind of wears together. Because if you just change one component, you're gonna wear the other components out a lot faster, or the new component will wear out a lot faster as well. So yeah, I definitely would just replace all of it at once. Unless it's brand new and you just wanna put a different sprocket on, that is probably okay. That's what I did when I bought this bike. And it did last for a good while. However, I do not like just regular open chains on these bikes. Once I switch to the X-Ring, I'd probably never go back because I almost never have to adjust that thing like ever. Anyways, who's next? Zach asks, when are you going to buy a KTM? I don't know. If I buy another bike, It'll probably not be a KTM. It'll probably be a Yamaha T700. Zach, you don't even ride a KTM. What are you talking about? Or actually, did you get a KTM? I don't remember. We used to go riding a lot back in the day. Rob asks, which hitch carrier do you run on the 4Runner? And I think it's called a Black Widow something. I actually made a video on it, so you could check that out if you want to. But I definitely like that hitch carrier. The only thing that you would want to do is get a better anti-wobble device, because the one it comes with isn't that great, and the bolts kind of fell out of it on a really washboardy road. Soft Road Forester says, I went on a small adventures trip in my car and tried filming it. Man, it was a lot more difficult than I anticipated. Whole new level of respect of quality content you put out. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. I don't really have much of a question, but would love to know how much of your shots you plan out versus just shoot, what you are doing to make it work when editing, and other general things going through your mind when planning, recording, editing. So for most of my adventure / moto camping videos, I don't really plan a whole lot out. I kind of plan sort of where I'm going to, I guess, but I kind of just record the whole time on my helmet camera and just, you know, kind of do everything. And that's part of why it takes so long to edit videos sometimes, because I have so much footage to go through. But I don't know, it's kind of cool to keep the camera rolling in case something crazy happens. Other than that, usually for those type of videos, yeah, not much planning goes into it. I guess maybe I do a little bit of planning kind of on the fly, like when I'm, you know, out there camping. I kind of think of like what kind of shots I want to get and how I'm going to kind of like link everything together, but it's not like I'd sit down, you know, before the whole trip and just plan it all out. I kind of just go with the flow, basically. I've learned making videos is definitely quite a bit more challenging than it kind of looks on the outside, but I really like the challenge. Next, the V-Strom guy asks, any plans to film the van build? What van build? Well guys, it looks like I'm gonna be a van lifer before too long, and I've always wanted to do a camper van build, so I'll go ahead and show you guys the plans. To start out, this is a 96 Ford E350 club wagon, so it's got all the windows. It's an XLT, so it's extended, which I like because you got a little bit more room. It's a big white whale, look at that thing. I'd rather not have as many side windows, but I got this thing for almost free, so I can't complain. And I actually got this from the church I go to. This used to be the old youth group van, and I have a lot of memories in this thing. It's actually a little bit sentimental. But after the virus and stuff, it kind of just sat around for about a year and a half, and it was just getting vandalized, and it just needed a lot of work, and they were trying to get rid of it. And it's only got 140,000 miles on it, so it had the catalytic converter stolen, but I fixed that, and I got it past emissions and registered and everything, so we're good to go as far as that. And also the window was busted out, it got keyed a bunch of times, and there's a bunch of cracks on the windshield, which definitely need a new one of those. I'm gonna be painting it next spring, summer. I'm just gonna keep it white. I just want it to look, you know, somewhat decent, and I'm gonna be doing a lot to this thing. Let's go ahead and walk around the back here, and for the TW, I'm gonna put a class 4 hitch receiver on this thing, so I can just put a motorcycle rack on the back like I carry on my 4Runner. And this thing being a 350, you could probably carry like 3 TWs just on the hitch and still be okay as far as the tongue weight goes. This thing is actually rated to tow like 10,000 pounds, pretty crazy. And we'll just take a quick look underneath here. And it's got a Dana 60, and there's a little bit of surface rust on the frame, but it's not too bad. It's definitely a manageable, and I'm gonna be fixing all the rust. And also I'm gonna be putting a tank right there, which I'll explain in just a moment. It definitely needs quite a bit of maintenance. I'm gonna change all the fluids and all the bushings and suspension stuff. It definitely needs some new front brakes. They're really warped, the pedals like this. I already changed the brake fluid. My friend Irvin helped me, and I think I'll call it the T-Dubs wagon. Maybe I'll get like a custom little sticker right there. Also, I'm gonna put a ladder on this door that goes to the roof. And as you can tell, there's a little bit of surface rust up here, and I'm working on taking care of that. I've already sealed the rain gutters and put some rust proofing in there, but I definitely need to finish the rest, hopefully before too long. But anyways, I'm gonna be putting a bunch of rails on the top of here, and there's going to be 300 watts of solar on the front, and then one of those Thule cargo boxes, and then decking on the side, and somewhere in the middle there's going to be a max air vent fan, so that should be pretty neat. This is probably the worst of the rust right here. It's definitely fixable, and as you can tell, it definitely got keyed and got vandalized pretty good. But it's windy out here, so let's go ahead and hop inside. And I'll go over everything else. Start this thing up. As you can tell, it's got a bit of a long crank time and a check engine light, which pretty much needs a new fuel pump. And I'm trying to run all the gas out of it, because at least it still runs, to make it a little easier when I drop the tank. Anyways, the engine in this thing is a Ford big block 460 cubic inches. That's about 7.5 liters. That's a pretty beefy engine. It's definitely not going to be great on gas, but at least it can go up those mountain passes with no problem. It's got power locks and power windows, which is pretty cool because I want to put a Viper alarm remote start security system on this thing, definitely to help prevent it from getting stolen. I also got one of those bad boys, but I'm pretty much going to make this thing unstealable. I'm not going to go over all of the things I'm doing because these old trucks just have a simple keyblade and they're super easy to hotwire. They get stolen all the time. The harder I make it, the better. This thing right here is called the Doghouse, and you can actually remove that to work on the engine. It's definitely handy. Pretty cool. I've never worked on something like this before. So here's a stereo. I'm missing the faceplate. I actually think I just threw it away because they make a kit to put a double DIN in here, and I'm going to have an Apple CarPlay head unit, which should be pretty sweet. And also I'm going to have a bunch of switches that do all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to have some light bars and accessories out front, which would be pretty sweet. I've already fixed these lights. The bulbs were burned out / missing. All right, moving on to the seats. I don't know what happened to that thing, but I got some nice looking seats for this thing out of the junkyard, and they look like some retro racing looking seat. But for the passenger one, I'm gonna put a swivel base so it swivels around, and then I'm gonna have a cabinet right here, and there's gonna be a table that folds up, so it'll be like a cool little desk area. Definitely be great for editing videos on my laptop. As far as the back of the van goes, as you can tell, it's all stripped out because the interior in here was pretty gross, and I just removed all the seats and everything else. Also, I'm going to be putting new black carpet in here because this carpet's pretty stained up and nasty looking. So I can't stand up in here at all. I'm only 5'4", but it's not a huge deal because you can always go outside to stand up. Pretty much I'm gonna have all the windows tinted to about 15%. I'm gonna have a subfloor, and there's gonna be that foam board insulation between a bunch of joists and then plywood on top, and hopefully it'll only be about that thick. And then I'm gonna use Havelock wool insulation on the sides, and I think that window right there is gonna be completely blocked out. I'm gonna put foam board insulation on there, and there's gonna be like cabinets and stuff covering that one. It's pretty cool. These side windows actually pop open, get some ventilation. The ones on the door do that as well. As far as the layout goes, I'm gonna have a bathroom box right here, and it's gonna have one of those porta potties that's self-contained, and it's also gonna be vented to the outside just to kind of get rid of any smell that you may have. There's gonna be a slide-out drawer right here that houses a trash can, possibly another drawer on here, and there's gonna be a countertop across there, and then it's gonna go up right there, and then this is all gonna be mostly cabinets and stuff like that. This thing right here is going away. It's the heater and air conditioning box. because this was a passenger van, and that takes up way too much room. The lines are kind of rusting underneath, so I'm just gonna delete it and just get rid of all those lines that go up to the front. And there's little block off caps you can get for the air conditioning. Width-wise, it's gonna be a full-size bed, which is pretty cool. It's not gonna be as long this way, but I'm only 5'4", and I have like another foot of headroom when I lay sideways. And I'm gonna be just custom building this van to fit me, so that should work out pretty good. So that should be nice and comfy. The bed height will probably be like about right here or so. Not 100% sure yet. I'm pretty sure I'm putting all my electronic stuff on this side, and then all my water is gonna be on this side, because I'm gonna have a outdoor propane water heater on that door, so I can have an outdoor shower. And then the sink will be over here, and there'll be an electric pump and everything like that. Also, I'm gonna be installing a diesel heater in this thing, and those things are super neat, and they don't even cost that much. And I'm gonna be making a custom tank that goes underneath the van, because I want all the diesel fuel to be outside. And with those diesel heaters, the exhaust is vented outside, so you don't have to worry about carbon monoxide and stuff like that, but it'd still be good to have a carbon monoxide and a propane detector in here somewhere. But as far as the electronics go, I'm gonna have a 280 amp hour lithium iron phosphate 4S battery pack. I'm gonna be building my own battery system. It's gonna be pretty sweet with a BMS and all that stuff. I'm gonna have like a 1500 to 2000 watt inverter, and then solar panels on the top with a solar charge controller. And then I'll have probably a 40 amp DC to DC charger that will charge the battery bank back here when the van is running. And also it's gonna have Sure Power, which will charge the battery bank from that, and I can switch over from the inverter to the Sure Power for the regular house plugs. As far as the ceiling goes, I'm gonna probably do like cedar planking, and it just attaches along here, and there's gonna be Havelock wool insulation for the ceiling as well. And then I'm gonna have those LED puck lights with a dimmer switch, and I'm also gonna have RGBW strip lights, and I'm gonna put those all in the van, and it's gonna look pretty sweet, I think. Also, when I looked at a lot of videos with like scary things that happened with like van life people, it's always like something's happening outside, or they hear a noise and they don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna do a really cool camera system on this van. I'm gonna basically have one pointing out the back, both sides, and then the front. And the back one will also be tied into the head unit, so I can use that as a backup camera / rear view mirror. And then back over on the bed, I'm gonna have a monitor and a camera switcher that has 4 channels, so you can switch through each one, and there'll be a switch to power everything on and off. And the cameras will have night vision. I mean, they're not even that expensive. It's like 20 bucks a camera, and they have all IR illuminators. Also, I already made a door panel for one of the doors, just to kind of give me a creative direction to go in this van. I'm gonna be using a lot of beetle kill pine. It's also called blue pine. It's really beautiful. I'm trying to go for like a log cabin kind of vibe in here. But as far as everything else, I'm gonna have like a countertop that goes along here, the sink and everything, and I'm not sure, I might have shelves right here further back, and then the counter will just go up over here, and then the stove top will be right here, so you can vent it out, or you can just open the door and be nice and vent it. Oh yeah, but as far as the freshwater tanks go, I'm just gonna be using those 7-gallon tanks, and they're gonna go probably back here, and then there's gonna be another one over here, which will be the gray water tank. And I like that idea just because it's easier to take them out and go fill them up and stuff like that, and you can filter water out of like a stream or something into those tanks, so you always have water and you can stay off the grid a lot longer. Well guys, that's a basic overview of a lot of the stuff I'm going to be doing to this van. I think having a TW200 and a van is like the perfect combination as far as vehicles go. And it's pretty crazy. This thing has a 35-gallon fuel tank, which could get the TW200 well over 3,000 miles. So that'd be really good in the zombie apocalypse. But I'm not going to be putting all of the videos for this van on this channel. I'm just going to mostly keep this TW200, moto camping related and stuff like that. I'll probably show the van once in a while, but I actually have another van where I started out doing like car audio stuff, and believe it or not, I had that channel way before the TDubsKid channel, like back in high school. And I recently just changed the name to 4-Wheel Kid, because I'm gonna be doing like stuff with 4 wheels instead of 2 wheels. So I thought that was a good idea, but if you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link somewhere at the top and at the end of this video, just in case you want to follow me on my van build. And I'll probably probably show the van on the TDubsKid channel once in a while. And once it's all ready for adventure, I'll be, you know, going and traveling the country. I want to try living in the van for like maybe at least a year and just see how that goes. I'll probably start out with just a month and just travel around and stuff like that. And I think that would be a cool way to live. Guys, I cannot wait until I'm living in a van down by the river. But anyways, it's been so long since I've had a TDubsKid show, and you guys sent me so much mail. So let's open it all up. See what you guys sent me. We'll start with this one right here. And this is from TDub Club. We got some TDubs Club stickers. Oh, some orange ones as well. Oh, check that out. It's a TDubs Club hat. Now I have a really cool hat to wear whenever I'm doing TW200 stuff. There we go. Thank you so much, T-Dubs Club. I found out all you gotta do to be in the T-Dubs Club is have a T-Dub. I gotta go upstairs, all the rest of the mail's up there. You guys sent me so much mail. This isn't even all of it. Oh, I actually already opened this one because it's a Christmas card. Merry Christmas. Wes, I'm not on Facebook or Instagram anymore, so I haven't been able to keep up with you. I still eagerly await every video you make on YouTube though. I hope you and your family have a blessed Christmas. God bless you. From Ben Cummings, AKA Sawed Off B. May your home be filled with love and laughter this holiday. Yeah, I definitely remember you on Facebook, but yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. But that's okay. You guys don't need Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate the Christmas card. I hope you and your family had a Merry Christmas as well. Mine was pretty good. It was pretty quiet. Just spent Christmas time with the folks. All right, next, this is from Brown. Oh, I know who this is. Striker ADV. Got some cool little stickers there. Thank you, Dana Brown, for the Striker ADV stickers. The next one is from Drew's. Oh, wow, look at all these stickers. Oh yeah, he's from Idaho. I know this guy. Idaho is definitely a cool state. You got Bigfoot, you gotta have Bigfoot. Oh yeah, I think he has a channel with his family called Dewey Monsters. Oh, that's cool. Did your kid make this? It looks like a map of some sort. I like it. It says T-Dub on it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will keep this. Take good care of those, Mr. Snowman. All right, everybody likes boxes. We got some boxes here. Open this one up. Oh, who's it from? Oh yeah, this is from Richard Arnold. I think I know what this is. Sorry, I didn't get to this earlier. I've been pretty busy. Oh yeah, it's some custom switch mounts for the TW200. Check that out, that is pretty cool. Yes, it fits around the light indicator part, and it actually bolts on to the original little screws there. He also included another one as well. I'll definitely want to give one of these away, and I think I'll do giveaways on Instagram just because it's a little bit easier, I think, than trying to do it on YouTube. And YouTube has a lot more rules, and if you mess up, then you could get into trouble. So I don't want to risk getting into trouble on YouTube, so I'll do all my giveaways on Instagram. It also comes with a Scotch-Brite pad to clean the plastic and some washers. I'll definitely leave a link down below to where you can find this from in case that's something you're interested in. I always like seeing aftermarket stuff for the TW200, no matter what it is. All right, next I'll open this one. Oh, dude, you gave me 20 bucks? Thank you so much. I will definitely put that to good use for the channel. All right, looks like we got a few postcards, and this one is A familiar sight in Murrells Inlet, a private boat dock on the main creek. We have a boat parade every 4th of July. We are about 90 miles north of Charleston, South Carolina. Your buddy. That looks like a really sweet place to ride a boat around, that's for sure. I love all that green grass. And this one is a shot of Veterans Pier along the Marsh Walk at something Dick's Marina. A webcam is set up and can be viewed 24 hours a day. That's pretty sweet. I wonder if we can find that. Ever heard of author Mickey's Spillane? He lived in Murrells Inlet. I have not heard of him. That looks like a cool place as well, especially with that sunset. I would love to visit that. And next one is the sun risen over the inlet. The Atlantic Ocean just over the horizon. The houses in the distance is Garden City Beach. We are about 12 miles south of Myrtle Beach. You may have heard of Myrtle Beach. I actually have. It was in some movie. That looks so epic. And he's got a note. TDubsKid, thanks for all the great entertainment over the years, and thanks for sending some stickers. Stickers came today. Glad you got them. Your friend in South Carolina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the postcards. And I will definitely put the $20 to good use in making the videos. Okay, next we have another package. Oh yeah, this is from TAC Industries. Oh yeah, he told me he was sending this. Got his business card. It's a custom rear taillight and license plate bracket. And this has got a lot of wires. Oh yeah, this has a built-in turn signal as well. I'll have to try that out. I'll definitely have to install this when I install some LED turn signals, which I need to do. Of course, I'll link to this down in the description below if you want to go check it out. But thanks for sending this, man. I definitely really like to try out all of the TW200 aftermarket stuff. All right, next package. Oh yeah, he sent me the 3-switch version as well. And this is the little cutout for the voltage / USB charger. He also sent me the 2-switch version. I'll definitely have to make some videos on these and also do some giveaways for sure. But that is pretty cool. Oh, maybe I'll put some rock lights on the TW. I love electrical stuff. Thank you so much for sending those. All right, the next one is from Joseph, and I actually already opened this, but check this out. He had a custom jersey made for me. It's got TDubsKid on it. That is so cool. Definitely put some thought into this for sure. This one is a small, so I'm gonna keep this one. And he also sent me a large as well, and I'm just gonna do an Instagram giveaway for this one as well, so check that out. Thank you so much, Joseph. That is definitely one of the coolest things someone has ever sent me on the TDubsKid show. But wait, there's more. This one is from TAC Industries as well. And I couldn't help myself, I've already opened this. And check this out, a custom TDubsKid sign. That is so neat. This is definitely one of the coolest things someone has ever sent me also. Look at that TW on there. Thank you so much, TAC Industries, for making something like this. If you guys ever need any metal signs or TW200 accessories, check out TAC Industries. That is so cool. I'm definitely gonna hang this up in my room or above my toolbox, one of those two. Next, this one is from SKDA Industries. There was a person who had an extra coupon for a free one of these, and he already got one for his bike, so he let me use his other one. This is actually a graphics kit for the TW200. Check that out. I went with the gray and the black, and I for sure might put that on my TW200 at some point. The only problem that I might have is that I have so many like scratches and stuff on it that I don't know how well stuff is gonna stick, but maybe I'll get like all new plastics in a tank someday. I also picked up an iPhone case from them, and it basically matches the graphics and says TW200 on it. Pretty cool. But yeah, this would definitely be something cool to get if you just got a brand new TW200 and you want it to make it stand out from all the rest. All right, what next? We got more stuff somewhere in this world. Also, I thought I would include this Dave from my church let me borrow his extendable fishing rod. So I think he's trying to tell me something. Maybe I should do some moto camping fishing. I don't have a lot of experience fishing. I went fishing with my dad a few times when I was a younger guy, so I know a little bit, but it's definitely something that would be pretty cool to learn, especially if I could catch my own fish and cook it over a campfire. That would be quite satisfying. So maybe that's something I'm gonna have to do this summer. But thanks for letting me borrow your fishing rod, Dave. Oh my goodness, what is this package? This is the craziest package I've ever received. And this is from Dave Oldford. I actually am friends with him on Facebook. Some kind of salami snacks. This is from Canada, so keep that in mind. It has a lot of different language that I can't read. I'm assuming it's French. They speak French in Canada, right? We got some magic stars. We got Turkish Delight. What movie do I remember that from? Lion, Witch in the Wardrobe, I think it was. Stuff that I can't pronounce, but it looks pretty tasty. We got a Merry Christmas bar. It's probably from last Christmas because it took so long to open your guys' mail. Yep, this is the part that's leaking out, I think. I think this is the moose jerky that he was talking about. Probably not good anymore. I really appreciate the thought of the moose jerky, but I'll probably just feed that to my dinosaur. Here, boy, got some food for you. Not gonna lie though, I'm probably gonna eat this stuff. So thank you so much, Dave Oldford. Really appreciate you sending me all the food. Next, Sofern sent me another light to try out. This is the Blf Lt1 Lantern. And I've actually already used this on a couple of moto camping trips. And it is quite bright. Uses 4 18650 batteries. It's rechargeable, and the batteries will last a long time. And you can actually change the color temperature, which is pretty trick. Especially if you do videos and stuff, that's definitely handy. I'll probably do a video on this just because I told him I would. But after this one, I'll probably put all of my flashlight type videos on my other channel. It's definitely one of my little hobbies I got going on. It's really hard for me to say no to LED lights because they're so cool. And I actually use a flashlight every day at work. And it's actually a really sad, depressing day when I forget to bring my flashlight to work because I'm just sitting there inspecting cars with my iPhone light, which is terrible. Next, I picked up some more stuff from Moto Camp Nerd. This one is an insulated air core Ultra by Big Agnes. And I actually already have an insulated mattress, but this one has a much higher R value than the other one. This one's at 4.5, so you're kind of starting to creep into winter with this one. And also, this fits me almost perfectly. It's like my exact size. So that way I don't have a bunch extra hanging off that I don't even use, just to kind of help keep the weight and the size down. But this thing is actually somewhat affordable as far as insulated air mattresses go. And Big Agnes makes some of the highest quality ultralight backpacking gear, which also works really well for moto camping. And of course, I did use this on the Christmas moto camping trip where it got down to it's 27 degrees, and I stayed warm all night long. Having an insulated mattress really helps a lot, especially with the high R value. You're definitely gonna stay pretty toasty all night long. And also, I got a giant loop Rogue dry bag. And I'm gonna use this to replace my old tail bag because I wanted something a little bit nicer. And these are pretty cool because they have rolls on each side and they're completely waterproof. You could probably even dunk them underwater temporarily. And it gives you 17 liters of packable volume. And it's a little bit more space than I had before. And this is the smaller one that they have. They also have a bigger one, which I might get as well for like longer moto camping trips. But this will be really great for, you know, your everyday kind of adventure ride. I may also use this for some kind of minimalist moto camping along with my Wolfman saddlebags. Oh, and also Giant Loop sells some really cool saddlebags that I like quite a bit. It kind of goes over each side, and it's got a roll top, so it's completely waterproof, because the Wolfman ones that I have are not waterproof. They do have a waterproof series now, but I just don't know if they're gonna work as well. I like the roll top a lot better. I think the roll top is a lot more reliable, you could say. This also converts to a waterproof backpack, so that's pretty handy if you break down or you gotta go hike somewhere. Just throw it on your back and you're good to go. If this picture doesn't make you wanna go moto camping, I don't know what will. I'll definitely be making a separate video just on this bag. Well guys, I'm pretty sure that's all the mail you guys sent me, and I did open a few things on the last moto camping trip. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the cool stuff. It definitely means a lot, and thank you so much for watching the videos. But anyways guys, I put together a little edit with some of my latest aerial footage. It's definitely another one of my passions, but I hope you guys enjoy. Well guys, that about wraps up the TDubsKid show, and I want to thank each and every one of you. This channel would be nothing without you guys, so I appreciate it so very much. But anyways, I'm super excited to get working on that van. I definitely have a lot more TW200 videos I still need to edit, so while I'm working on the van, I'm going to be putting those out little by little, and I kind of just want to get caught up with everything so I can start making new TW content. But thanks for watching guys, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.